talk.
Gaia, look.
Now?
Right there.
Lucifer, I don't have time. I finally found you. We have serious matters to discuss.
Quickly.
It's a lagoon, a coral reef.
Yes, it's full of life and light and mindless slaughter. Now look right there.
That fish.
Yes, but what kind of fish?
I don't know. Taxonomy is Michael's department.
Oh, I'm not talking to Michael. It is a tang. It's a blue tang.
She's hiding. Fine. I mean that's what she does.
That's all she can do. All day, all night, she searches for cover. A tiny hole or crack in a reef is crawling with predators. She can't outswim anything. She can't defend herself. She can hide. That is about her only evolutionary advantage.
No. She also lays thousands of eggs, and her
Yes,
hatchlings are good at laying eggs and hiding.
Okay. Now look. Next exhibit, right there.
Oh, I know the argument you're going to make.
Sharks. They're big and stupid. Lagoonfish are smaller but smarter. So which would you rather be?
They get the same mortality.
The same mortality. No, yes, they're both intelligences like we are. They both need bodies like we do. But how is this fair that one gets to be predator and the other prey?
So the reports we heard are true.
Oh, now engage with me. Hear me. Listen to my arguments. Make arguments of your own.
I am. There's a plan. We've all agreed to it.
So we can't change our minds? Look at that fish. Intelligence.
Right, but a limited one. I'm hungry. I'm scared.
Capable of growth like you and like me.
Oh, so you're growing or just changing your mind?
Now, all I do is talk to people.
Preaching against the plan.
No, really, just all the ways that the plan doesn't work.
No, it's beautiful.
Oh, that's sick.
To me it is. My Earth, it's beautiful.
Your Earth, you helped, that's all.
You're right, I was lead engineer. But I've come to think of it as mine, as most of us do. I do love it so.
I remember you down there stirring the soup.
I spent millennia gathering the elements. Ammonia, methane, hydrogen.
Wasted money.
Look at what we did, though. Amino acids to protein to life. We filled a world with life.
Yeah, but it's disgusting, most of it. Mites and bacteria and slime molds.
Oh, no, fish, sharks.
Oh, yes, hail Gaia, Earth's mother, creator of violence and death.
Author of necessity.
Oh, fine. Okay, fine. Well, I see your world. I see a shark and a fish, and that's all it really comes down to. Sharks and fish, predators and victims, violent and bloody and so unfair.
You don't even care about that fish. You care about how her life affects you.
You didn't even know her until I pointed her out.
No, I knew she wanted a body, a chance to learn.
Oh, okay, no, this is... She's dead. She just died. That bigger fish just ate her.
And the shark will eat the bigger fish. That's how it works.
So which would you rather be?
They're equal, Lucifer. Equally blessed, equally cherished.
Cherished?
You know that's true. He loves them all.
Oh, so he sent them down to this horror show where we're going, right? Pain, sickness, violence,
Oh,
death.
you are such a coward.
Okay, you know,
You're
this is
trying
what
to
we're
get
used to.
Lucifer.
I'm not a whiner.
I'm scared.
I'm not scared. Look, you don't know what pain is.
Like nor do you. We're just these shapes. We're incorporeal. We can't really feel much of anything.
I like my shape.
So why does every single intelligence, when they die, when they get back here, why does every single one miss it? Because they do.
You're stupid.
Oh yeah? Your shark friend will be back here soon enough. Why don't you tell that to him?
That's-
Tell him how
that's
stupid
pretty-
he is.
that's pretty
And
good, yeah.
let me know when, because I want to.
Oh, he can't hurt me.
Oh yeah? None of that.
Yeah. Okay, look, you think that I'm afraid of pain and suffering. Well, I'm not. I just see what I see.
We all see the same world. We just don't dwell on the worst bits of it.
So, when are you going?
None of us know.
Oh no, don't give me that. You're part of the inner circle. There's no way you don't know.
Okay. Okay, I've heard. Soon.
With Michael. Gaia and Michael. The first two. So See, I knew that. I still know things,
fine.
too.
Good for you. You know things.
I do. It's almost finished, isn't it? I mean, after all these years of death and preparation, it's about time.
Right. Men and women.
Yeah. Us. And it will be comfortable at first, you and Michael down there in that garden. Then you'll suffer, then you'll get to choose. You will suffer, and you'll think it was your idea.
It will be.
Right, sure, as long as he gets to keep his hands clean.
No, we agreed to this. We said we wanted
We
it.
didn't know.
We knew enough.
Not me.
It could have been you down there in that garden. You know, it was between you and Michael.
Not Yahweh.
You know his role. You know, you've become this great baby, so afraid of pain, and look at what he'll have to suffer.
More pain, the key to the plan.
He agreed to it, and I honor him. I even think about him sometimes, and I wish that I could weep, and you.
Don't talk about him. I am just as important as he is. I'm important too. I'm part of the inner circle.
Yes, you are.
But I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. But it's got to be something important because people listen to me.
Right. I mean, which is why it would be nice if you talk some sense.
Maybe I'll be with you down there in that garden.
It'll just be the two of us to begin with.
Three's a crowd. An unwelcome guest. I'd be intruding.
Right, something like that.
That sounds good. That sounds like fun.
I'm not going to argue about this anymore.
Do you remember the meteor?
Of course I do.
Those poor dying creatures. They're huge and lumbering. Of course, none of them are left now except my shark.
Oh no, lobsters, alligators.
They weren't all stupid. There were some higher intelligences among them with a sense of self-awareness, a sense of family, protection.
Lucifer, I remember.
Do you remember what it was like watching everywhere creatures choking to death? They couldn't breathe, they could barely move, and they had no idea why. There they were, feeding, propagating, and suddenly, smash. The air turned lethal, and they died by the millions and billions.
Gabriel protected those.
Gabriel, Mr. Cataclysm.
That's his role. You know, once the dominant species, which is an evolutionary dead, and other species with greater potential, they come under Gabriel's protection, and
you allow something through.
Right, we allow something through. But in time, Gabriel's role will form the heart of a beautiful myth. A poet will celebrate it. A boat, a flood, a family, a true enough reflection of his function in Earth's history.
Okay, but what of the brutality that poetry conceals? Living souls choking out their lives in flood and firestorm.
I trust him. He's been right every time.
The plan? Always the plan.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And of course that's what you think. I mean, whatever he wants.
No, it's... The plan, it has kind of a tragic beauty, yes. It's somber and reverent and...
Words that shouldn't be spoken so glibly.
We've all seen death. We don't all lose our perspective.
Perspective. Oh, yes, I certainly have that.
You know, they say that you won't go.
Is that what they say?
They say that you're telling people that none of us should go.
Well, you have very good sources.
Lucifer, you are too bright for this. You have always been favored.
Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten, savage struggles for survival, enemies everywhere. Now, that's what we face, right? Except for us, it's different.
For humans, more is expected.
That's the heart of it. That is the rub. Every other species, every single one, essentially without exception, lives by instinct, survival, and propagation. When they die, they get back here. every single lesser intelligence. And when they get back here, what do they get? A pat on the back, a good and faithful servant. You fulfilled the measure of your creation. And then it's our turn. Michael first, and then you, and then the rest of us. And the rules will suddenly change because we'll still have instincts. We'll still want to protect ourselves. We'll still want to procreate. But for us, there will be an added twist, won't there?
For us, more is expected.
We will have to think things through. We will have to make decisions. We will have to live by rules that don't apply to any other intelligence. And we will be judged. Somebody up here is going to be keeping tally on us.
That's right. That's our test.
And because we'll still have bodies, we won't want to get hurt. We have seen it, how creatures stay away from danger. Except for us, avoiding pain won't be good enough. We can be judged if we don't choose pain. We can even be expected to make decisions that increase pain. Now, how is that fair?
If the test isn't difficult.
If you are as smart as I am. Now, why don't you think this through? We are being set up to fail.
Think it through. So we're to think for ourselves down here, but not... We're to think for ourselves here, but not down there.
Yeah.
We're to make decisions and live by consequences here, but only here, not down there.
We can do it here,
we
too.
We can do it there, too.
No, we cannot do it here, too.
You have seen it a billion times. How the body does not...
Excuse me, nobody here is trying to kill us. We're not suffering. We're not in danger.
Is an experience that we can't have right now. That's one of the reasons that we need a body.
And to make choices.
Right, but I mean, some of us won't really have to face many choices. I mean, how many people will die as children? And what about me?
What about you?
Well, I'm a woman. You know, everything we've heard, our opportunities are going to be pretty limited, most of us, most of the time.
And you're not horrified by that thought.
Horrified at being a woman.
At the unfairness of it.
No, I'll always be free to choose. I mean, maybe I won't be free to choose the context of those choices, but there will always be choices I can make.
Okay, you think.
No, I know.
Fine. If that is completely necessary. If the point is to have bodies, let's go down. We'll have a miserable few years. Soon enough, something will eat us. Fine. If that is completely necessary.
He says it is.
Well, he should know. But if that's necessary, then I want to be a shark.
You would be so bored as a shark.
Hey, it is a body. It's a pretty awesome, scary body. It's big and strong. It suffers less. It lives longer. And look at the body that you're stuck with.
I've seen them. Early hominids, they are still evolving, but...
Yeah, they're hairless, clawless, almost toothless. They're weak and sickly and scrawny, and once a month you're going to have...
Okay. I've seen what our bodies will be. They'll be shaped like my shape, more or less.
No. Not for me. Screw that.
Don't say that.
Let us live like the other animals. Live by instinct. Kill or be killed, eat or be eaten. Don't make us make choices. And don't make us responsible.
And you would be satisfied with that?
I think I would do just fine. Kill when I have to. Hide the rest of the time. No, that sounds pretty good to me.
No, but what would you learn?
Are you going to tell me to stop talking, Peter?
Well, I'll be talking to them afterwards.
Okay. Then, do me a favor. Tell him something from me. Tell him that I know.
Okay, what do you know?
What his was like. His probation. I've seen it.
That's not possible.
Hey, you said I was bright.
Well, show me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, show me.
He was nothing special. I thought for sure he'd be a king or an artist or something, but not. See for yourself. Father's 20, mother's 16. They have 2 kids. They sleep on a dirt floor. They eat with wooden spoons. They're nothing. They have nothing. They are nobody.
That's father.
Yeah, there he is. That's as old as he ever got. He married at 17, which was normal in those days, and then one day these guys came by and had a dispute with the master, and they took it out on the slaves. There. He fought back as best as he could, but as you can see, it was over pretty quickly.
Why would you show me that?
To show you how hypocritical all this is. Look at him. He did nothing. He was nobody, an animal to be slaughtered.
Look at how he loved her. Look at how he fought for her.
Yes, he loved, but look at him. Worked half to death with nothing to show for it. I mean, how was he to learn? How was he to be judged? He's sending us down to think and to grow and to learn. But what did he ever really learn? How was he even really human?
And you don't see that.
I see a peasant being bludgeoned to death.
No, a man in love, a man who cared for his family. I mean, powerless and weak perhaps, but look at the choices he made nonetheless.
I see an animal to be slaughtered. Okay, and I don't think it's fair for me to have to live up to some higher standard than that.
Is that all you can see? How unfair things are to you.
Fair is fair, and he is not being fair, and I am telling everybody. Some people already believe.
So it's true. What Yahweh told me.
Yahweh, what did he say about me?
He said that there was a role in the plan for you, an important role, a necessary role, but a terrible one, and he said that you had to choose it, and that you could decide not to, but...
Decide not to, but what?
That you probably wouldn't.
Well, now I am intrigued. What is this great role?
The tempter. The destroyer. The opposition.
That's what they've ordained
No,
for me?
no, it's not ordained. It's not something that he can ordain. It's just... I see the way that you're headed, and it makes some sense.
Maybe I will end up in that garden with you after all.
No. It's still something that you can decide not to do.
No, this is great. This is great. For once, they are taking me seriously.
Lucifer, you have seen Father's mortality. When you see that short, painful, loving life, you feel no compassion.
I feel nothing but contempt. And you still think he's great, don't you?
More than ever.
Oh, what a sentimental weakling you are.
And I had no idea that you had fallen so far.
Fallen? You just said it. I'm essential. I'm needed.
I'm so sorry, Lucifer.
Well, you tell them for me. I'll still go. If they want me to go, I'll still go, but on my terms.
Goodbye.
I want to be a shark! If I go as a shark. Big and strong and a predator, but no choices. No, it's testing ground for me. No, sir. If I go as a shark, I go pure instinct, or I don't go at all. That's my last offer. You